G'day guys, it's Bursha Inderjeet Singh Chahoda from Australia, from Adelaide. How you guys doing? Hope you guys doing well. Guys, I showed a video about what is a MCAP token and how to buy a MCAP token a couple of days ago, and I had a lot of comments on there regarding with the funds they are putting into the Bitcoin growth fund. They're having issues that MCAP tokens are not showing in their dashboard or in their back office. So I try to explain whatever I can in the comments, but I thought, let's quickly make a video and that will explain a little bit in a better way that what's been happening, whether it's a Bitcoin growth fund issues or just that people don't understand what's going on behind the scene, right? So I'm just going to try to explain what I have encountered in comments, and then we'll see what happened, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna show you in the back office. I'm just gonna make it smaller, right? All right, here you go, guys. This is the back office, right? And alright, so this is the back office. So okay, when you do the transaction, what happened is I'm just gonna go into the transaction area so you guys can see, right? I don't have any issue at all when I bought it, so I'm just gonna explain to you guys and I actually how to buy a MCAP token. I actually shoot a video, and that been confirmed on the same note over there in the video, right? So like I didn't even do it separately. I did it on the video as well, right? So let's check on here. So I'm just gonna click on my transactions. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, so can you guys see it here? So this is what I'm talking about, the status, right? And this is how many tokens are there. That's the amount you paid, and sorry, this is the amount in USD, and this is the amount in BTC, and where I put it in, which funds I put it in. So I put in mining and ICO funds, right? So this is the IT. Okay, so the question is now, if the MCAP token, these tokens on the dashboards, they're not showing. These ones here, right? Or nothing is showing here, and in the status is saying timed out, the transaction timed out. What it means is, when you actually do the transaction, Bitcoin Growth Fund give you 1 hour to deposit your fund. Okay, so if you do not deposit the funds within 1 hour, they're not going to receive it. They're not going to confirm the transaction. They're not going to receive it at all. So you basically create an order, right? And once you create an order, the order is only last for 1 hour. And if you don't put the money within that 1 hour, what's going to happen is that's the transaction, or the order creator is going to disappear. It's going to timed out, right? So the status will say timed out. Okay, so one of the comment was like that. Another one was that they did not confirm whether what the status was on their system or on their back office. So they were saying that where my funds are. So normally what happened is, if Bitcoin Growth Fund did not receive the funds, your funds are actually on blockchain, right? So that's the thing you need to remember. It might take a little bit longer to get it back onto your wallet, because blockchain is a system in such a way, if the receiver does not receive the funds, what's happened is, that's just the way it is. The blockchain will send back the funds where that funds are come from. It might take a week, it might take 4 days, it might take 24 hours or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. It depends, right? Another thing is, there's a congestion on a blockchain. There's a lot of transactions are pending on a blockchain, right? It's not just it's nothing to do with the Bitcoin Growth Fund, right? because I didn't have any issue at all when I bought it, right? So that's, you know, what I encountered. Like you might be right in your own way, but all I'm explaining is if you don't do the transaction within an hour, so the order you created, it will say in the status complete, out of the timeout, transaction is timeout, or if the status is saying confirmed here, it means that it's going to show it here, means that the transaction is being confirmed here, but it's not complete yet. So once it says completed, so there's two things: confirmed, which means that the transaction being happened and they confirmed it. Maybe another couple of minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in the system, it will say completed. As soon as it's here, it says completed. We're going to go back to the dashboard. Whatever the tokens are here, right, they will show it here, right? If you're not quite sure, you can watch my video called how to buy a MCAP token. So I actually did a real-time transaction, and that exactly what I'm explaining to you, that's in the video, that how that had happened. All right, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to create a order, and I'm going to show you where it says you have to deposit the funds within an hour, right? Let's do it, right? So I'm going to say invest more. Okay, just going to click on that one. Guys, if your funds are, your transaction is being timed out, don't worry about it. Please don't worry about it, because I have seen the comments on the other sides as well. Like, other people are talking about it, and their funds, after 4 or 5 days, they've gone back into their wallet because the transaction never been complete. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invest in here, like oh god, they actually raised $9 million. When I invested, there was a 7 million. This is just crazy. All right, just let's invest in there. I talk too much. All right, so we're gonna click the tab invest. Okay, I'm just gonna create an order, right? Okay, so here I'm just gonna say invest. Okay, so now you'll see what happened. Okay, I'm just gonna pull those. So let's say I'm gonna buy 2 tokens. So I'm just get 2 token. I'm gonna say buy. Okay. Okay, so we're waiting here to pay it off. So I'm just gonna show you. Alright guys, so this is our order number, and this is your wallet address, and this is how much you need to pay. Okay, look at the top here, payment for your waiting for your payment for 59 minutes and 39 seconds. So what it means is you have to deposit the funds within an hour. If you don't do it, sorry, I'm just gonna put it in. If you don't do it within an hour, the transaction is gonna say, the transaction is timed out, right? Even you take the address from here and you put the fund after 1 hour, right? The fund's not gonna go. The fund's not gonna go here, right? So if the fund's not gonna go here, right, or deposited here, so Bitcoin Growth Fund has nothing to do with it. So what you did is you send it on this address, but this address being done after 1 hour, right? So it's gonna send it back to the blockchain, and blockchain gonna keep it. Once the blockchain system allow it, what's gonna happen is after that it's gonna send it back to your own wallet. So basically, if your transaction is being timed out, so don't worry about it. What's gonna happen is eventually the money will go back to your account, right? So what I'm gonna do is here. So I'm just gonna go back. Let's say I'm just gonna say cancel this one. I'm just going back and see if it works. Because if I don't pay, I'm just gonna go back again. Otherwise, I'll open up another window. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna go dashboard. Okay, I'm just gonna put it back here. Okay, so let's go into transaction. Okay, so if you think about it here, that transaction is gone because I didn't do anything at all. Like, you know, I just canceled that transaction, so that transaction is gone. But if I kept that transaction as it is, right, and you know, copy that address and put the funds after 1 hour, right, and then you go back and check the transaction, you know, whether the transaction happened or not. What happened is that transaction is just basically, sorry, that transaction is basically null and void, and then the funds will go back to the blockchain, and then blockchain will send it back to your wallet. So that might clear the air what I'm just trying to explain to you guys, right? So if once you create the order, you have to send the funds within an hour. It actually happened to me, not in Bitcoin Growth Fund, but that was in, I was doing a program, it's called MyPaying Crypto Ads, and they used to give us 15 hours, like, you know, how they're giving us 1 hour. They used to give us 15 hours. Once we place the order, we have 15 hours to put the funds through, and then if the transaction confirmed within 15 hours, then the funds goes to, you know, to their system, and then it's confirmed. But once it did not confirm because there was a congestion like this, congestion on the blockchain, it took more than 15 hours. What happened was the transaction being cancelled, like a timed out, and then my BTC gone back to the blockchain, and then they came back to my wallet. So that's simple as that, right? So how long it takes on the blockchain, I don't know, guys, right? For me, last time I did it, it took me probably 2 to 3 days, right? It depends how you know, how what's the traffic is like on the blockchain, that how many people are doing the transaction. And these days it's a big, like, it's a massive transactions are happening on the blockchain, right? So do not worry, like, you know, if your transaction being timed out, that eventually the money will come back to your wallet, right? But you need to remember this with the Bitcoin Growth Fund, you have to put the funds in there, and then within 1 hour, right? Because that's what their system dictating, right? So it's 1 hour. So if the transaction you don't confirm in 1 hour, they won't receive the fund. If they won't receive the fund, you won't have the MCAP, right? Hopefully that will answer all your questions, right, guys? And then always check under, as I said, always check under my transactions and what's been happening. Like, you know, what's been happening here. If the status is saying confirmed, it means that still you won't see your MCAP tokens into the dashboard. If it says completed 100%, you will see on the dashboard that you'll see that how many MCAP you have boarded. All right. So alright, guys, if you still have any question, please do let me know, and hopefully this video help you guys. Alright, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Peace out. See you later, guys.